Hello people of the internet, this is Arkivian and today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on the Justice League movie. But first I want to just say sort of what my views are of the previous DC movies. So Man of Steel, fucking awesome. A week after it I was still like, oh my god, it's amazing. Then I watched the Nostalgia Critic review and I realised there was a lot more flaws with it than I first took in when I watched it, because I got really sucked in because Superman was just awesome. And so now I'm kind of like, well, it's pretty good. It has all those issues, but you know, I still like it overall. I will find him! Then I had Batman v Superman and I was like, fuck you! Fuck you, Batman v Superman! Fuck you, Lex Luthor! Jesus Christ, that movie was bad. I hated that movie. The second I left that cinema, I was pissed off. But then each day afterwards, when I thought about it, and still now, I get more and more pissed off the more I think about it. I even watched the special edition, hoping it would clear up shit, but nothing can fix Lex Luthor. Nothing could fix that. Nothing could be put in the director's cut to fix all the crap that was wrong with that movie. Anyway, didn't like that. Then I saw the Suicide Squad trailer and I was like, yeah, this looks alright. But there's something a bit hollow about it, and then I watched it and it's entirely hollow. I mean, it's bad. It's not as bad as Batman v Superman, but I got bored. I even fell asleep at one point, probably because it was so dark all the time and the bad guys were dark and everything was dark, so, you know, I probably just thought it was nap time. Yeah, I didn't like Suicide Squad. I liked maybe the first third of it. That was pretty cool. I liked Will Smith because I generally just like Will Smith in stuff. I thought Harley Quinn was awesome. The fact that I've forgotten the most beautiful actress ever's name now shows how good she was in that role. I've got to check her name. Margot Robbie. How could I forget her name? Oh my god. But yeah, other than that, I didn't like the movie. Then you had Wonder Woman, and I was like, this has just got to be better than those two movies. That's all it's got to do. And honestly, it was pretty good. I felt the end was a bit flat, to be honest. I mean, it had like a bit of emotional stuff with Kirk, you know, exploding in the sky. Spoilers, I guess. The actual fight, you know, the end kind of centerpiece, that was a bit flat. And I didn't like the design of Loki at the end either, no, like most people. Everything leading up to that part, though, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty interesting. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought she was amazing as Wonder Woman. Absolutely love her. Mostly because she does remind me of Wonder Woman, but she also reminds me of how I wanted Superman to be. And so that brings us up to the Justice League movie. Non-spoiler bit, so I'm going to keep it pretty short. But Superman's dead. Spoilers for Batman v Superman, if you haven't seen that. And since then, crime has risen, and so superheroes are kind of like busy with their lives. So Wonder Woman, she kind of stopping crime and working in a museum, doing museum-y stuff, because I guess she's really old and that's what old people do. And you have Batman seemingly stopping crime, but he uncovers that there are these aliens and they're looking for these 3 cubes. And I have some questions about that, which I'll go into in the spoilers. But that being said, so that's what they do. And they realise they've got to get a gang together so they can defend against the coming aliens. And so they go and get Cyborg, who I thought they played him pretty well. Yeah, his face is on a CG body. But overall, I feel like, for the most part, he acted well enough. And they hid it well enough, like, because he wears clothes sometimes, to not draw your eye to it too much. But that being said, there are plenty of parts still where it feels like his face has been superimposed onto this CG body, which does get a little distracting at times, but not so much. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And they get Aquaman, and as you see in the trailers, Bruce Wayne sort of goes looking for Aquaman, and they find him. And at first, I wasn't sure, because he seemed a bit like a one-liner machine, and I wanted him to be more than that, because I remember watching him in Stargate, and then obviously everybody remembers him from Game of Thrones, and he's a good actor, and I wanted to just see more of him. And then gradually, as the film goes on, you do start to see more of him, and it's really good, and it fills him out a bit. And they have a good way to, they have kind of like 2 exposition dumps with him, mostly to keep the pace of the movie going, which they do quite well. But the 2 exposition dumps they do, I think I'm fine with it. It's in context with what's going on at the time, so it doesn't feel like it holds back anything, and it keeps the pace of the movie going. They get the Flash. Actually, he is not the Flash from the TV show. I love the Flash from the TV show, and he is not him. That being said, he is the movie Flash, and he's pretty good. I actually like him. He's a lot more socially awkward than the one from the TV show, but it works for how they're doing it in this movie. And there's a couple of like golden bits, which even though you kind of see it coming a little bit, when it happens, his expressions on his faces are still so good. On his face rather, it's still so good that you enjoy it. You still laugh, and he is a comic relief in the show, but he's not the only one. There's a few jokes like scattered around. Everybody has a joke here and there, so that's pretty good. I would say that the tone of the movie is a little bit more like Wonder Woman, where there's a few jokes here and there. It's not overloaded with jokes. There's just some good humor to the show, to the movie, which is great. You get your feels, there are a few good lines, and you do kind of want the heroes to win. You're not annoyed with the heroes most of the movie, again, like with Batman v Superman. There is colour in this movie, which again, compared to BVS and Suicide Squad, is great. It's actually feels a lot like Wonder Woman in a lot of ways, like the Wonder Woman movie in a lot of ways. And I like it, to be honest. It's like the tone is similar, the humour is similar, colour is similar, the action is similar. It's like, it's different in that they're nice, big, different extravaganza kind of things going on, so that's great, but they're similar in kind of how they're filmed and how they're choreographed, or it feels like that anyway, and I'm fine with that. So it's like they took the best bits from that and tried to put it in this movie, which I think they did pretty well. So that being said, I think it's pretty good. All right, now I'll catch you guys later in the spoiler section.